Hi, I'm Joshua Alexander, mental health freedom fighter, and I want to talk about brain health, looking at mental illness symptoms as brain health, right? The physical health of our brain and the neurons in our brain, the nerve cells. So, as far as anyone out there is concerned, the industry is concerned, alternative or conventional medicine, mental illness is a mystery. It's a complete mystery. They have some theories. They have some theories about chemical imbalances. They have some theories about genes. They have some theories about our mind being problematic. No actual real evidence, right? But what's actually happening is there's physical things in our brain that are creating symptoms, that are leading to symptoms directly related to brain health. Okay, so our neurons can get damaged from different toxins. They could be damaged from viral neurotoxins. They could be experiencing inflammation, overheating, nutrient deficiency, all sorts of problems. And we really have to start thinking about mental illness as problems with our neurons, dirty neurons, right? Contaminated, all sorts of things. So mental illness symptoms is really something going wrong with our nerve cells in our brain. That's what it is. And this can be different toxic heavy metals deposits in our brain, disrupting neurological signals. It can be trace mineral deficiencies. It can be lack of glucose. It can be neurotoxins, viral neurotoxins. Viruses excrete neurotoxins. The neurotoxins get into the brain. They can create brain inflammation. And when we actually understand the cause, that these problems are brain cell problems, then we can do something about it. We can heal. We don't have to blame the person. We don't have to look at the symptom and then blame the person, right? Someone's acting in a way that's not understandable. It's not socially acceptable. It's not healthy or functioning, helping them function. And we say, oh, something's wrong with that person, right? If we look at it as something's going on with their brain cells, right? Their brain cells are having problems. Then we can actually understand it and we can actually get somewhere. We can actually get someplace, right? As a society, people can heal. People can start getting healthier instead of sicker, which they've been getting sicker for 70 years now. Just sicker and sicker. Modern medicine, is great when you get a gunshot. It's great when you get in a car accident. It's great when, someone gets their shoulder dislocated or something. Gross physical injuries. Modern medicine works miracles, and that's wonderful. But when it comes to chronic illness and so-called mental illness, it's a complete mystery. Complete mystery, and it's been getting worse and worse for 70 years. So science and research, the billions of dollars going into gene research isn't solving it because it's not genetic. It has nothing to do with our genes. The toxic heavy metals get passed down from our ancestors. The viruses get passed down. That's why we get similar conditions to our ancestors. So we have to know what the brain needs, what the brain cells need. When we have brain inflammation, we need twice the amount of glucose as somebody else. So when we're having any type of neurological problem, which mental illness is, we need ample amounts of healthy glucose. Fruits, starchy vegetables, raw honey, healthy sources of glucose that are bound to phytochemical compounds and antioxidants and all the things that repair tissue and nerve damage. And we need lots of trace minerals. The nerve cells need lots of trace minerals to build the neurotransmitter chemicals, which is how nerves function. So we need the celery juice every day from original medical medium information. We need ample amounts of leafy greens. And we need these things so that we could function properly, right? So the brain can stay hydrated, so that it can function, so that it can regulate. So, for example, when people get emotionally upset, the brain can start to overheat on a minute scale. And having ample amounts of glucose helps the brain cool down, right? That's why when someone's like in a really stressful situation, they crave sugar because our body naturally needs that sugar to help try to cool the brain. But the problem is they're eating sources of either bad sources of sugar or sources of sugar that are combined with fat. So the glucose doesn't actually reach the brain. When we eat fat, the fat blocks the sugar from getting to the cells and from reaching the brain. So they're going for ice cream, which is sugar and fat combined, candy bars, sugar and fat combined. Most of the foods that everyone eats is usually sugar and fat combined. So that keeps the cycles of craving going, and the glucose doesn't actually get to the brain. So if we eat a bunch of fruit without any fat, without any nuts, for example, then that glucose can actually get into the cells and get to the brain and actually help it. So the way that we heal is knowing how the body works, knowing what causes symptoms and what to do about it. And the only source of information that provides those answers is medical media information. I've been searching over 25 years. When I was a kid, my family home, we were buying organic, non-GMO food, right, back in the 90s. So I've been in health for a long time. I've been on the merry-go-round of guessing games in the alternative trends, all the different alternative trends, blaming your gut biome or, even though mental illness has nothing to do with gut health whatsoever. Millions of people in the country are eating the most toxic, abominable food combinations, and they have no mental health problems, right? So it has nothing to do with gut health. All the different theories that don't heal people in alternative medicine. So the only source that told us what is actually the cause is the medical media information. And thank God, recently in the past couple of years, the Brain Saver books have come out, the Brain Saver and Brain Saver protocols, which go in depth into mental health symptoms, protocols, how it works. For example, psychosis, it talks about how psychosis is high levels of toxic heavy metal mercury, and then you get exposed to solvents. We can get exposed to solvents in a different way, and it's the solvents mixing with the mercury that causes psychosis. This is detailed information. These books are like thick medical textbooks, and the links are in the description for those books, but greatest health books of all time. There's no information like this on planet Earth. I've read dozens of books from dozens of practitioners, just made up theories, big ideas, people creating things to try to hang their hat on it. This information is not that. This is not made up information. This is not man-made. This is pure, untampered with, clean truth from above, from a higher source that provides real answers. And it's the only thing that works. I tried a lot of different things. And in order to heal all the way, you have to know the truth. You can try to hack your way for a little while, maybe get some results. You can mix different things. You can throw a bunch of darts at a barn, and some are going to stick, however the expression goes, right? You can try some herbs. You can try different gut powders. You can try changing up your diet a little bit. You might get a little improvement for a little while. But the only way you heal for the long haul, long term, I've been medication free for 11 years. I don't know if that's been done before. I don't know how many people with the level of mental illness and psychosis that I had, literally having to choose between a homeless shelter and a group home. I don't know how many people like that have been able to completely heal, be medication free for 11 years, living their life. I don't know. I hope more and more people are now that the medical information is out there. Millions of people around the world are using it, and it's getting around. And now that we have the Brain Saver books, people can heal. We don't have to all be sick and getting sicker in the society like we are, because each of us has a free will choice to follow the information. So if you're listening to this, you found the information, and you can choose to read the book and to heal your symptoms and to get your life back and live your life. And it's a beautiful thing. We can't, obviously we can't control the industry. It is what it is, but as an individual, we can heal. We can address the brain problems. We can clean up our neurons. We can give them what they need, and we can heal the symptoms and be free from them. And it's a wonderful thing. So just really trying to hit that point home that symptoms deemed mental are actually brain problems not natural to the human body, not innate. It's not nothing natural to the human body that's going wrong. It's external invaders. It's things from outside the body, viruses, toxic heavy metals, chemicals that get into the body and then create these symptoms. Nothing natural to the human body can cause these symptoms. Trauma can also cause symptoms, severe trauma. So people do go through severe trauma, and that can also contribute to symptoms, but usually there's toxic heavy metals and viruses involved as well, because everyone has them to some degree. So it's not just, there are people who go through trauma and don't get symptoms, and that's, they may not have a lot of toxic heavy metals or aggressive viruses. So trauma can be a trigger and can also be a cause, but we can heal the physical damage. We can get scar tissue, we can get from emotional trauma and from the physical trauma, and it can be healed. We can heal as we're healing the physical causes. We heal emotionally. We can heal our soul, and get our life back. So, I'm excited. Anyone who's hearing this, if you felt hopeless, if you felt like something was wrong with you, you can read the medical meaning books and you can learn the truth, and you can be validated. You can be validated for your suffering. You can know what actually is happening and how to actually heal it. And it's a wonderful thing to understand, because it's scary not understanding. It's scary going through that level of disruption to your life, and not know why. It's like being bounced around at sea. It's the worst. Mental illness symptoms are the worst. They're terrible. I wouldn't recommend, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. So I know how hard it is. And when you have those answers, when you read those answers in the books and you get that understanding, it's not as scary, because you have a path. You know that healing is possible. You know what's causing it. You know there are things you can do about it. It gives you a path and a direction. So, there's so much healing just in learning the truth. The links are in the description. The Brain Saver books or the original medical meaning book is a great one to read as well. And there's nothing like it on planet Earth. So it's definitely worth it. Get it free at the library if you want. It's worth it. It's the greatest. So, all right. Happy healing. I wish you the best. God bless you.